Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to another Cliff Notes Live episode. Very special episode, as I hinted to in the comments, and we'll talk about it more in a second. Ma, the link's coming your way. Hold on just a second. But let me start off with a big old SKD 143. Love my wife, love my kids, love reality TV fans, especially love you guys that come out here, hang with me every Monday night or watch on replay. I am not ever going to forget you guys. I will say this. I get comments from people every week saying, I forgot the show or I was doing other things and I watched it later. I'm glad y'all get the chance to do that. I truly do. So thanks to all of y'all. Hope y'all are doing fantastic on this Monday. Welcome to all kinds of things going on today. National Iced Tea Day. Love me some iced tea. I think that must be kind of a Southern thing, but I love me some iced tea. I hope y'all are doing fantastic. Drink a little tea, enjoy that. There's some other stuff going on. Okay, National Egg Roll Day, National Frosted Cookie Days. They're speaking my language with all that. All right, let's see who all's out here because I don't want to bury the lead, and we do have someone special coming on, and we'll get right into that. But let me see who's out here first. Oh, before I do that, just real quick, get it out of the way. Not get out of the way because I think it's kind of important. But as I tend to say every week, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. Big Brother's right around the corner, and it hadn't been canceled here in the USA. So right around the corner. Please consider subscribing to my channel. We'll be dropping lots of recap episodes and everything during that time. And if you subscribe, you turn on notifications, then you'll be among the first to know. And while you're out there, you can certainly hit the thumbs up as well. That's always appreciated. So please keep that in mind and consider that if you would. And with that being said, let's go out there and see who's hanging out. I've seen a few names already. I have a feeling there's a few more as well. And then we're going to get to the business of the night. All right. Karen Loveland, hi from West Virginia. Love me some West Virginia. I work out there. Haven't been out there in a couple of years now, a year or so, but such a pretty land. So, Karen, welcome. Howdy, almost neighbor. A lot more hilly part of the world than Texas, certainly, than this part of Texas. Mark Taylor had a great baseball game Sunday night. Can't believe the Aggies won. Oh, I spent all weekend watching my Aggies play baseball games Saturday night, Sunday night. They're going to the College World Series. Incredible games. They were down by multiple runs in both games. Last night they came back and scored 9 runs in the 7th inning to win the game. I know most of y'all don't care, but my little shining happy moment of the weekend. Well, I had a lot of them, but that one in particular. Yeah, it's fun watching Aggie baseball. So now I'm ready for the College World Series. All right, Ma said, had a nice background. You know, it's just for you, Ma, right? Absolutely. I hope you picked up on that. I'm sure you did. Mark Taylor saying, when does the new season of the Traitors start? Don't know. If anyone knows when Traitors 3 starts, let me know. I don't know if it's been released yet, but we are going to talk about the cast here in just a second. And let's see who else. Mark, I see all kinds of questions. We'll hit some of your questions throughout the evening as we go through with this. I hope you're doing well, Mark. Marilyn Sutherland. Hey, Marilyn. How are you? Ed Brewer as well. Jake, the horror movie geek. Myself is posted Cass Wash. Hey, Cash Wash, how are you doing? Let's see. So Brian Hotsettler. Brian, how are you? Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night, I think, tonight. Prince Slime 3. It's an interesting login name, Prince Slime. And I'll leave someone else to define what birthday suit is. Let's see. Who else do we have out here? Cindy Hire. Cindy, I hope you're doing better. I hope that concussion is moved on and gotten better and didn't have I hope you're feeling better. And I hate that I missed your daughter when she was here in Houston as well this weekend. Hope she was doing fantastic. Safe travels. I hope she made it back without any issues. Hope you're feeling better. Cindy. Marilyn Sutherland as well. Hey, Marilyn, how are you doing? Chickadee Kennedy, Abby Love 12. Hey, guys, how are y'all doing? Colleen. Let's see. Who else do I have on here? See, y'all guys are talking away. I say Anna Louise out here as well. Anna Louise, how are you? Lisa D. And let's see, we may just about shut it down. Not shut it down. Music and mental health. And Amanda Lowe. Hey, Amanda. Laura Lewis, Terry Thomas, Wyatt Garrett. Wyatt, how are you, sir? Audrey Cobb and Tammy Flanagan. I've seen all kinds of folks out here. Andy W. as well. Lisa D. Josh P. Karen Hummer. Karen, how are you? Kennedy Franken. Wow, lots of folks out here. Cross Track 6. And let's see, who else do we have? Oh, my mom's out here. Hey, Mom, how are you doing? We can get you on one of these days as well. Taylor Mangus, D. Chiron. Oh, wow, guys, I appreciate it. All right, let's see who else do we have. I think we'll shut down right there. I think I got everyone else. If I didn't, sorry. And Rachel Karen, I see your name there. Don't want to leave you out, Rachel. Lots of folks. And I know y'all aren't coming out to see me. Nah, you got a little special treat going on this evening because we got a little special guest. A little special guest who is celebrating a little special moment as well. So with that being said, I'm going to post a link out here designed only for my guest so they can come out here to the show. Guests, please feel free to click on that. The rest of you, I don't know what happens. You may go to the nether regions. I'm not sure what happens, but I have, hopefully, if it works the way I was supposed to. If not, I don't know what we're going to do, but hopefully I've got a, did it go in there? Let's see. Let me try it one more time in case that didn't go out there. All right. All right. There you. All right. Let me introduce our special guest. Long time listener to the show, friend. Well, let me bring her on first, and then we'll talk about all kinds of stuff. So, without any further ado, let me add to the stage, Mom. How are you doing? All right. First of all, can you hear me, and can we hear you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hold on.
Well, I hear my mom laughing.
There you are. All right. I try it again. I think I had my mic turned down.
Hello.
It's working. All right. That's always my first step in doing these things, is making sure that we can actually hear each other. Well, it looks like you've got your celebration gear turned on already, Ma.
Yep.
Well, a big old happy birthday to you, my friend. I hope
you
got all kinds of celebration planning going on. Do you mind telling us how old you are?
How old do you think?
I know. I'm just wondering what if you wanted to say.
I've already told the chat.
Okay. All right. Well, then no big secret then.
Hello, father. What? Hey, that is rude. That is mean. He's mean. Oh wow, my camera's like greasy. Hold on. Why is this happening?
And now introducing extra special guest as well.
That was mean. He was so mean.
You good, Ma? Yeah, you got extra people there helping you celebrate your birthday night.
Yeah, I have no idea what's wrong with my camera.
Wow. You know, it's all right. Sometimes these cameras, it's this AI. They have a mind of their own. They have autofocus and all that. Next thing you know, they'll be running our YouTube channels and TikToks and everything anyway. We'll just stand in front of it. They'll do all the directions. So 19. That means you got 2 more years, and then you can try out for Big Brother. We're gonna see you on BB 2028.
No.
You wouldn't do Big Brother.
I would not do well on reality shows. That was all my mental craziness.
That's what they love. I always laughed. I said, you have to be just the right level of crazy to make it on one of those shows. And apparently I was just crazy enough, but not so crazy that, I don't know, maybe enough they thought all kinds of stuff was going to happen.
I'm more of a Liz kind of crazy.
A what kind of crazy?
Liz.
Liz is in
Survivor.
Oh. she had her own level of crazy. She just didn't seem like she really ever got comfortable out there, right? And maybe it's because they only have 29 days. I know in the Big Brother house, first couple of weeks, I was like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? But after 92, 93 days, you're like, yeah, well, I guess I've adjusted by now. 29 days, she never did. Would you do that for your New Orleans bourbon burger, bourbon bacon, mushroom Swiss burger, whatever it was?
No.
So what's your favorite reality show? I mean, I know I was on Big Brother, but do you have a favorite that you watch in terms of the one that you just can't do without?
I mean, I watch Big Brother, Amazing Race, and Survivor. That's pretty much it. I'm not that big into reality, just those shows.
Well, those are pretty good ones. I kind of like your taste there, Ma. That sounds pretty good to me. Would you do now? You said no Big Brother. You don't think Survivor would be your your cup of tea either.
No, don't do well under pressure.
Yeah, it is definitely a lot of folks. You just have to be kind of willing to just get out there and just say, whatever. Do your best to embarrass me. I just don't give a dang anymore. And that's tough to do. I would not have done well, and I may not have even considered it when I was in college. I was a lot more shy then. I just wasn't. I cared too much about what people think. Now it's like, whatever. I'm just out there to have fun. So I do absolutely understand that it's not everyone's cup of tea. But I'm glad that you watch every bit of it.
Yeah.
So, well, first of all, happy birthday to you. I think I said that. You're through with your first year of school. That's what I asked you about. What?
Yeah.
We've got Big Brother coming up. What are you doing now this summer? I assume you're through with classes and all that. You're just hanging out and hanging around, huh?
Well, I started a summer class in next week, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm also going to Ohio and Pittsburgh soon.
Well,
like the end of this month or beginning of next month, sometime around then.
Just go around on vacation and have a little fun?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I went to Pittsburgh, but when I was in Pittsburgh, it was in the middle of the winter time. Not quite as fun, I think, as the summertime to be over there. But I went over there. I went and saw Monroeville Mall, where George Romero's Dawn of the Dead was filmed, because I'm a big zombie fan and all that. So I'll have fun. I've never spent a lot of time in Ohio, but yeah, I'd have a blast up there.
I've never been to Ohio.
Well, there you go. So you have it. So when does school start back up, y'all? Because I know you do band. Do you do like marching band?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all practice all the time, don't you, before season even starts or school starts?
Would you believe that college band camp is shorter than the high school band camp?
I've seen the way they treat the band camp high school kids like slaves right here, just working them to the bone. So I don't doubt that at all.
Band camp in high school is like 3 weeks now, and like college band camp's only like 5 days or something.
Or maybe I don't know how y'all do it. I mean, I played football in high school and all that. We had 2-a-days in summer and all that. But I almost feel like y'all had it tougher in some ways. We were out on a grass field. Seems like a lot of times, at least in my high school, the band guys were all on the high school parking lot with all heat reflecting back up. And
that was true for us too. We were on the parking lot.
I'm proud of you, Mar. I'm just happy that you get to do band, because I have zero musical talent, none whatsoever. If they put me on Big Brother with a musical instrument, I would have been the first one out of the door. I actually talked about bringing a harmonica into the house, not because I know how to play it, but just because I figured if there was ever a chance that I needed to really irritate people. Remember, Evil Dick went around yelling at people, or Josh went around banging the pots and pans and all that. I thought all I need is a harmonica, and I can absolutely drive the other people in this house bonkers and crazy without any thought whatsoever. But yeah, they said, yeah, Cliff, we're not going to let you bring a musical instrument into the house. So, all right, few questions for you, Ma, because I know there's people asking questions. Let's see. Mayanako says they've known Ma for 8 to 9 years, bragging rights. That's probably it. Now, you and I have known each other for a while through Cliff Notes and all that, right? I mean, it seems like you've been out here forever.
Yeah, for sure.
But 8-9 years, you got me beat by a few years. Let me tell those of you who may be a little newer who don't know. When I started doing the show, at first it was on TV Co. Then I brought it over to YouTube. And Ma, it seems like you've been out here from the very beginning. There for a while, I had a few trolls who were coming out and just hosting spam sites and things like that. And so I didn't even ask Ma. I just made Ma a moderator, because I know that she was always out here, always paying attention. Ma and Cindy and Brian are my moderators. I appreciate everything that you do. I know you keep everyone in check and in line. We don't really have that many problems with the spam and the trolls anymore, it seems like. Every once in a while, someone maybe gets a little worked up, a little fired up. And I know you take care of business sometimes while I'm so busy chattering away. I'm not even seeing the comments. You're out here watching. So I just want to thank you for that before we go any further.
You're welcome.
So no, I just there are times I thought, well, gosh, I just kind of threw that on her and never said a word. But I do appreciate you doing that. It has always meant a lot to me, and I'm glad we got to meet because of the show and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see some of these comments that we've got going on at here. Laura Lewis saying, "Oh, the cast of season 3 of the Traitors was announced. Thoughts? Did you watch the first 2 seasons, Ma? Or are you a Traitors fan?"
No, I've seen one episode.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's. It's a fun one. And here's the kicker. And I can't go through it. They have like 21 people on this show, so a lot of people on there. But they did announce the cast, and I like the cast. They've got Brittany Haynes from one of my all-time favorites from Big Brother, who's on there. Jeremy, who won Survivor, didn't I? I'm pretty sure Jeremy won Survivor.
Season 31.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Jeremy. He was a badass. I remember watching him. He was one of the ones I was cheering for. So he's going to be on there. Bob Harper from The Biggest Loser, which I guess it's been a long time since The Biggest Loser was on TV, but I used to watch it all the time. Bob's going to be on there. We'll see how he does on all the challenges and everything. Bob the drag queen, I think that's his name. I guess that's from RuPaul. I've never watched much of the RuPaul, but Bob the drag queen's going to be out there. Lots of Real Housewives from all different seasons and cities and all that are going to be out there. And I know I'm missing one or two others as well. Oh, is it Wes? I can't remember the guy. The bartender on Bachelor in Paradise is going to be on there.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
All right. It's just a wide variety of people, which I think is kind of cool. So Wells is his name from Bachelor in Paradise. So there's a lot of different people. Which if I was playing Survivor, if I was playing Traitors, it would be fun just to get to play against some of these people that I don't know through Big Brother, but just some of the get-togethers and things people have had. I've never met any of those people. Oh, and Boston Rob's going to be on as well. I've met Boston Rob, talked to him very briefly. Be cool to see who you linked up with and jived with and all of that. So yeah, I don't know when it's premiering, but season 3 of Traitors is going to be a lot of fun. Now you're going to Pittsburgh. You're going to Ohio. Is that going to interfere with your Big Brother watching, Ma? You ready for that? You getting ready?
It would never interfere.
You got your priorities in order, huh?
I mean, my parents once pulled over to like a hotel back in like 2004 before I was even born. So like, we'll watch it as long as there's like a TV and we know the password.
There you go. I was so not upset, but I had to go down to Cancun for a wedding. A relative got married last summer, right on the premiere night of Big Brother. And so it was a lot of fun. The whole family went there. Fantastic time and all that. But everyone else is sitting out around the beach, and I'm sitting there trying to get a signal so I can watch those first couple episodes and watching the live feeds and trying to do my recaps and all that. So yeah, we got to keep our priorities in order, Ma.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go. Music and mental health.
Oh no.
Is it Ma's best friend Mark checking in? So you got some of your dogs out here checking in on you, Ma. All right, well, those are the people you need to be asking the question. Let's see how Ma handles some of the questions and comments and everything else.
Oh no.
You may not be on Big Brother. You may not be in front of 20 million people, but you're on Cliff Notes Live and you're in front of, I don't know, 50, 60, 100 or so folks. So, yeah, y'all bring those questions in for Ma. Let's see how she handles a little pressure at this point in time. We'll see. We'll see if the red of the blushing of the face starts overwhelming the blinking lights that are sitting on your forehead right now, Ma. So. Well, that's good. So how long are you gonna be in Ohio and Pittsburgh? Is that a couple? You said a couple of weeks?
Just a week.
Okay, all right. That sounds good. I get away from this Texas weather. I worked all weekend out in the yard doing typical kind of yard stuff that I've put off. So yeah, it's hot down here. I wouldn't mind a little time up a little further north. So how did your first year go? Everything in college go just as you wanted?
Well, first semester was fine, but the second semester was a little bit let's just say my GPA first semester was a 4, and the second semester it wasn't even a 3.
Well, let me just tell you this. You are not alone by far. Now, Karen Hummer's asking what's your major, if you don't mind saying.
Theater, music minor.
Theater. Okay, I think you'd said that before. I will say that now you're a little different. Your first semester sounds like it went pretty well. Second semester, not so much. Mine, when I was at A&M, my first semester, I definitely learned that I hadn't really learned how to study that well in high school. I think I maybe coasted a little bit here or there. It took me a while to get going, and I certainly spent some time thinking, well, military sounds like a fantastic career because I'm not going to be here for too long. So yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a rhythm and getting it all figured out and all that. And sometimes the first semester or second semester, either one can be kind of interesting. So, well, that's part of life, Ma. You got 3 more years to pull up that GPA and make things happen that you need to happen. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. So what kind of theater do you want to do? I know you tried out for a few parts. Is that what you want to do? Like theater, like Tommy Bracco and Broadway, or you more into different parts?
I'm more into different parts. And the thing with theater is that, like, it's not just acting. It's like directing, writing, all that stuff. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. So what do you want to do when you get out? Do you know, or is it just kind of what you find that your passion is while you're in school?
It's in the general field. As long as it's generally in the entertainment industry, something that has to do with like acting or writing or music or something.
That'd be cool. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm ready. I'm ready to be watching you on some shows here before too long. And Angie Hung, who watches the show, she does some of that as well. So I'm sure she'll always have some advice to offer and all of that.
Yeah.
Taylor Mangus saying the one time at band camp, any band camp stories, and I'm sure you got the stories, but we'll stick with the ones, the fun ones that you can tell as well. Y'all band camp people are crazy, aren't you?
A little bit. I mean, back in high school, the low brass was like a freaking cult.
Now, what's low brass?
Like baritones, tubas.
Okay.
Trombones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so let me ask you, because it's just coming from someone who doesn't know anything about music. When you go from high school to college and you start playing in their band, marching band and all that, do you, I guess, get to pick your instrument, or do you have to audition to try to win a spot with your instrument, or do they just say, hey, no one's playing the tuba, here you go?
Well, you would have to have some experience. They do. Okay. I think they do let on like some newcomers, but like you have to know it a little because marching band goes fast. But
okay.
If you were a high school player in marching band in high school, whatever, and then you're going into college, if you're playing the same instrument, then nothing changes.
So they basically say, what'd you play in high school? And we got a spot for you, and here you go. And
well, you fill out in my case, you fill out a form.
Okay.
With, like, all the information, like your uniform size, what instrument you play, all that fun stuff.
Are y'all one of the bands that, and I guess most are in colleges, that it's not just playing, but you have to play while you're also doing your two-stepping, marching around, doing your formations and things like that?
It is called a marching band.
Oh, duh. Yeah, I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. I was gonna say that almost seems harder to me. Actually, it doesn't. Playing the instrument sounds much more difficult to me. I know how to walk, but the playing sounds absolutely tough. But trying to do both of them together maybe would stretch my capabilities in a lot of different ways. But I guess you've had multiple years of doing it in high school, so you aren't a complete novice by the time you get there.
Yeah, COVID didn't help though.
Oh, I forgot that y'all had to deal with that.
Yeah, I was a high school COVID kid. That's how young I am.
So, yeah, it's hard to believe that was 4 years ago. Yeah, I guess 4 years ago when that happened.
Christ.
Because 5 years ago, I was right about now is when I was getting ready to get. In fact, I think 5 years ago on Wednesday, I'd calculated it out, is when they snatched me and sent me to the Big Brother house. because I did that, and then just less than a year later is when COVID hit and all of that. So, all right, well, yeah, I guess that'd be a little hard to march in a marching band when you got to keep your 6 foot spacing from one another.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see a couple of ones real quick. Lisa D is saying, Ma's the one who brought me back to Cliff. Lost all my subscriptions, but Ma's keeping me in line. Okay, so I knew you keep everyone in line, Ma, but you got your own fans coming back here as well. So I'm glad to hear that, Lisa D. And let's see, Mark Taylor saying, oh, this is for Big Brother question. In your season, how many days before the first show were you sequestered? Well, what a segue, Mark.
That's a you question, not a me question.
Yeah, that was, well, we're taking turns here. If I remember right, I think I was kidnapped, snatched, whatever, on June 13th. And then I think our season started like June 23rd or so. So we had about 10 days, 9 or 10 days between when they grabbed me and when the season started. It's a little bit longer now because of COVID and all of that. But yeah, Mark, I was, again, 5 years ago from Wednesdays when they grabbed me. So weird. I remember when they grabbed me, it was the last game of the NBA Finals, and I was watching the game on the airplane. Someone in the seat next to me had the game playing, and I was just praying to God that it was going to be over before we landed, because otherwise I was going to have to go the next 3.5 months not knowing who had won, because they'd already taken my cell phone. I had zero communication. They'd already said there'd be no communication in a sequester spot, anything. So the game finished up just as we landed, and so I at least got that information before I went into the house. So there you go. What is there? Something I was going to ask you, Taylor Mangus is saying, this is a good question. Ma, thin or thick crust pizza?
I actually had thin crust pizza last night, but I don't mind crust, especially stuffed crust. But
I love the stuffed crust.
Yeah, I don't mind crusts, just as long as they aren't like hard. It's like as long as it's still like chewy. I don't mind the crusts.
So what do you drink with your pizzas?
What do I drink?
Yeah, what's your go-to beverage?
Oh, I'm a Gatorade addict.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I drank a lot of Gatorade over the weekend. I love me some Gatorade. The reason I ask is I got called out while I was in the house for drinking milk with my pizza. People said that was disgusting and horrible. You'd think I'd drink battery acid or something, the way people treated it. But yeah,
I mean, if you pour milk with the pizza, I mean, if you like dip it in the milk.
Now that'd be a little different. You know what I do and I didn't do it while I was in the house. Maybe I should, but people really would have freaked out.
Put ketchup on pizza?
That would freak me out, actually.
Although
tomato sauce ketchup, not that big a difference. Is that what you do, Ma?
No. It's what a lot of people in my high school did. Like they put a lot of ketchup on the pizza. And it's like, I love ketchup. I love putting ketchup on things, but like pizza is one of the few things I don't mix with my ketchup. Even though it's both tomato products, it's just ketchup has like more. I don't know how to even describe the flavor. More like a sweetish flavor.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have that
tang.
Tang is maybe the best way for it. I've never considered it, but now next time I have pizza, I'm gonna try it. No, what I always put on my pizza, or lots of times I put on balsamic vinegar. I like that the sourness of the vinegar or whatever. So I'll pour that on, or I'll dip my pizza pieces in vinegar and have that instead. I like salt and vinegar potato chips. I just like that kind of flavor as well. But I didn't do it in the Big Brother house. It's probably just as well. They may have pulled me off right then and say that's too crazy even for Big Brother. Yes. So you like pizza? You like Hot Pockets? Yeah, you sound like you're.
I'm out of Hot Pockets. I ate my Hot Pockets already.
Well, I'm not surprised. Was that your just go-to the whole time you were in school? Was your Hot Pocket when you get back from your?
I didn't have Hot Pockets at school. Whenever I was at school, I was Hot Pocketless.
Oh, well, that's so good.
It's sad. It's very sad.
Did you live in a dorm this season or the school year?
Unfortunately.
Okay, I did too. I was in a dorm. We weren't allowed to have cooking ovens or anything in there. I learned how to make grilled cheeses with an iron and aluminum foil. And what else did we do? Well, we lived on those back in my days, like 19-cent turkey pot pies that you could buy at the grocery store. They're a little more expensive than that now, but that and frozen burritos. I think they may have not had Hot Pockets back then, but We had those, but we didn't really have any way to cook them ourselves. So yeah, we took advantage of irons and things like that. All right, here you go. Music and mental health.
Not Mark again.
Saying, Ma, your favorite Canadian that you know?
I'll probably have to go with either Norm Macdonald or Tom Green.
All right. I think those are both fantastic choices. Do you know them? Or, I mean,
No?
like, you go hang out at their house on the weekend. Well, probably not Norm Macdonald so much.
Norm Macdonald's been dead for a while.
Yeah, that would be kind of creepy, wouldn't it?
No, I haven't been to Canada since I was 1.
Okay. Where'd you go in Canada when you were up there?
Oh my gosh, that's a question for my dad.
Like East Coast or West Coast or?
Oh, it was definitely East Coast.
Okay. All right. I just wonder. I've been up to Newfoundland a couple times, mainly Alberta and that area. All right. Ed Brewer's saying, okay, Ma, Magnus or Shigo?
Thousand Islands, Gananoque.
What?
Thousand Islands, Gananoque.
I'm not pronouncing that.
Gananoque.
Gananoque.
All right. That certainly sounds like more of an East Coast sounding.
Near Kingston.
Okay. All right. Never been there, but I'm sure it's a lovely place. Yeah. I'd been to Canada until I was a little bit older, but yeah, mine was all Western Canada until finally I had to go up to Halifax and Newfoundland and all that. Fun place, a little too much snow for my taste, but nice place. I lived on Tim Hortons while I was up there.
I see.
And as far as that other question, I have no idea what that means.
Skip.
All right. We'll just skip that, and I'll assume that that's for. But obviously, it's a very important question that I may have to follow up on at some point.
No.
All right, but let's see. Paul Long said, "How cool were your parents for getting you hooked on Big Brother?" Oh, and it's Paul Long who has some kind of a family connection to Ma. Hello, Ma's dad. I am glad to get to say hello to you. It's a family event. That's what Cliff Notes is all about. Anyway, I tried to do it while I was on my show. Heck, I got my wife over here as my manager, helping me out with the comments on. My mom's on here somewhere. And Ma, you got your dad checking out and watching that for you. And
like the guy that's
Cliff.
Howdy.
Yeah.
So
at least it's not gonna embarrass me as bad as Ed.
Well, I don't know. Parents can do it pretty bad. I've been trying to get my mom to come on the show because I know she's got the dirt and the tea and the stories. I have a feeling your dad does too, Ma.
At least he ain't asking questions like that.
When I went on Big Brother, I told the casting people, I said, why do you want to go on Big Brother? I said, I don't know, to embarrass my kids because they said I couldn't do it. And because I'm going to go on there and I'm going to be especially dads, more so than moms, we just thrive in embarrassing our kids. And I figured going on Big Brother, doing a little twerking on TV and all that just gives like a doctorate level certification for embarrassment of kids and all that. So, yeah. But with all that being said, I do appreciate your dad introducing you to Big Brother and bringing you on board, so to speak, Mom. All right. Mom, my mom is wanting to know, what instrument do you play?
Mama who?
My mom, Sue Hogg. Mama Hogg.
I thought you meant my mom. I was like, why would my mom ask that? I play the French horn and mellophone.
The French horn and what?
Mellophone. It's basically a marching French horn.
Okay. All right. So is there a favorite song that you are a favorite or least favorite song? Is there one that you just love because it's fun to play, or you just like the rhythm, or are there one
in Paradise?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Ma, Jimmy Buffett, Cheeseburger. I'm seeing a connection here. I love that song. I love me some Jimmy Buffett music. So that's a standard on y'all's marching band. Y'all do a lot of Cheeseburger in Paradise while y'all are walking around.
Unfortunately, that was a high school thing.
Oh, okay. All right. it would get my attention. And at college, they could then sell cheeseburgers at the concession stand and give y'all a cut of the profits, and everyone would benefit at the end of the day.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, so do you have a least favorite song? One that you just cringe every time you have to play it?
I can't think. There's a lot of. I mean, most pep band tunes are fun. I like the pep band tunes, but then there's like some weird. There was one last year. It was called like Emperata Overture, and I had a solo that I just straight up couldn't do, and I hated it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to go online and find that solo somewhere, Ma.
No.
I went to A&M where they have a precision military marching band. So it's all very straight formation, and they're playing all military music and all that. Amazing band, amazing marching. They play the same dozen or so songs over and over again. So I would think some of those guys may get a little tired of a few songs here and there, but probably they get very used to it as well. All right, Ma, Cindy Hire saying, I studied technical theater in junior college. I just got a YouTube channel filled with actors and actresses and future stars and celebrities. I love hearing that. So yeah, you got another actor out there as well, Ma.
Yeah, but I think technical theater is more like backstage work, like lighting and sounds and stuff. From the sounds of it.
Okay. Here's Karen Loveland saying, asking a question for you, Ma, saying, will you go to a Pittsburgh Pirates baseball game while you're in town?
We're going to a Mets game. I don't remember who they're playing. And now my dad's going to run in and tell me who they're playing.
Maybe the Pittsburgh Pirates. Or I guess
that would probably actually make sense since it's their stadium, logic.
Or if you're in Ohio, you could have the Cleveland. They're not the Guardians. Yeah, I was gonna say the Indians. I guess they're Guardians now.
Mets and Pirates on my birthday.
Yeah, it's okay. It's Mets and Pirates on his birthday. Yeah, that makes sense because it is their stadium. Okay. No, that makes sense. And I knew he was gonna do that.
1978, the Pittsburgh Pirates, I think it was 78, they won the World Series. Their theme song that year was We Are Family by Sister Sledge. You know that song, We Are Family? They played that every single song, and they had so much fun in the stands. People just dancing around, I grew up in the South. I was a Texas Rangers fan, now Houston Astros fan. Didn't really care about the Pittsburgh Pirates, but they were having so much fun. I'll always remember watching them all celebrating, playing that music and everything. So yeah, y'all have fun at the game. That would be a blast.
Yep.
All right. Ed is saying, who are some of your all right, that's a good question, Ma. Who are some of your favorite Big Brother and Survivor players? Do you have some that you just certain seasons that you think, God, they gotta win it all?
Oh, Dan Giesling, of course.
Yeah.
You.
Oh, thank you.
I really like Johnny Mac. I like Ian. I like Jerry from BB3. I like Vanessa. I like Janelle, Kaser, all those. Yeah. And then Survivor. Let me think. Oh, I really like season Gabon. I really like the season with like Sugar because she's like somebody you love to hate. I like Bob. Let's see. I'm trying to think.
There's so many from Survivor.
I like Rick Devens. He's like one of the few modern people that I like. There hasn't been too many since the new era, but
I met Rick in Orlando at the first Hearts of Reality charity thing I went to, and we sat around the pool. There's a big group of us. There are half a dozen or so sitting around just talking for a while. Rick Devens is very much like he was on that show. You never know if maybe it's just kind of a little bit they're different in real life. He was pretty much the same way, just cracking jokes and just having fun and not taking anything too seriously. He was a great guy to hang around with. It was Rick and myself and Shuby from the Circle and Jack Atkins from the Circle, and I can't remember who else was there, but yeah, he was a lot of fun to hang around. Rick's a really, really nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, if you're Janelle and Kaiser and
I like Parvati as well. I can't forget my girl Parvati.
Yeah,
she is queen.
I'll never. I don't even know. I don't know the numbers and the names of the seasons, all that. But was it the All-Star season when it was her and Russell, and she just played him? And
Heroes versus Villains, yeah. And Sari with Eric making him give over that necklace.
It's just a stick. It's just a stick. She's a star. She's incredible. All right, Cheryl Long is saying, "Ma, who's your favorite favorite character on Big Brother?" All right, well, you talked about,
Character.
yeah. It-
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure Cheryl Long is my mother. Because especially since I can tell that she uses characters instead of players.
Well, I'm glad I asked the question if your mom is chiming in as well.
I already said my piece. All that Dan Giesling, Janelle, you know, Johnny Mac. I really miss Johnny Mac a lot.
Yeah, Johnny Mac was fun. I'd love to see him come back. I think he has his dental practice. I'm not sure. He's probably moved on from reality TV and all that, but and I've never met him. I'd love to one of these days, but yeah, and now Ian lives here in Houston, so I've met Ian a few times, and Ian's a great guy as well. And a lot of the names you threw out there were names I threw out as well. Vanessa Russo. I talked about her when I was auditioning. They asked me, said, "Who are your favorites, Cliff?" And I mentioned Ian. I mentioned, I think I mentioned Johnny Mac. I mentioned Vanessa. Just I always really had a lot of respect for the strategists, the ones who I felt like really were in there objectively playing the game and all of that. Now I like the ones that are and Dan's the same way, obviously. I kind of like the messy players in terms of watching. Being in the house, a little bit tougher. I know during my season, we had a few, I will say messy players, emotional players. Kat had her moments. Christy certainly spent a lot of time crying during my season. And I just never knew exactly how to handle sometimes when someone was breaking down in tears in front of me. That was always a little bit tougher than dealing with the objective strategy part of the game. So you have to deal with all kinds while you're playing the game, though.
Yeah, I'm not very good with the emotional stuff either.
Yeah, it's tough. I just never know how to respond, but it's part of the game. Yeah. All right. Chris Tyne is saying, okay, has anyone heard rumors of Paramount up for sale and possible live feeds being affected? So I don't know if you knew that, Ma, but they did actually sell a Paramount lot to someone else.
Oh, I did hear. I heard about the lot. I thought you meant the service.
Yeah. Oh. I think that's what he was talking about. I'm just like 2 years behind the game. Yeah. No, I think that's exactly what. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Because yeah, you're right. He was talking about Paramount. I've heard the same thing, that it may be sold or merged. I don't think it would affect the live feeds at this point in time, especially since Big Brother Canada canceled their live feeds, and now it looks like the show's probably over. They're taking down the Big Brother house up in Canada. So
yikes.
Yeah, at one point they said, well, we just haven't renewed it yet, and people were thinking maybe it'll just happen a little bit later. Next thing you know, they're up there tearing everything down. So that's not a good sign for Big Brother Canada. And I'd like to think it may have something to do with the live feeds. I don't think they would stop the live feeds here in the States, only because right now, at least, Paramount TV gets a lot of people subscribing to Paramount because of the live feeds. Even if they merged with someone else, Peacock, I don't know, there's so many streaming services out there, I still feel like they would use that as a strong draw to get people to sign up for their new combined service, whatever it is. So I hope it doesn't affect the live feed. Did you watch the live feeds?
Last year was my first time watching the live feeds, but yeah, okay. I do watch the live feeds. It's not Big Brother without the live feeds.
I agree. It's a whole different game when you get to see, and it's not even just a strategy talk. It's just sometimes just seeing how people interact when they're not even talking about game, but you can learn a lot about different people and how the game's being played and all that with that. So
I missed Big Brother After Dark because before I had live feeds, it was essentially the live feeds.
Yeah.
The live feeds. And I also remember waking up at 3 a.m. Sometimes it was exactly at 3 a.m. for some reason. And then Julie would be on the TV screens, like signing off. I was like, wow.
Yeah. It is such a weird show compared. I mean, I love Survivor. That's the original reality show that I really fell in love with. But Big Brother knows live feeds. I know when I was in that house thinking, oh my gosh, camera. 3:30 in the morning, I'm getting up to go make a trip to the bathroom, and those cameras are following me as I'm walking through this dark house. And there is just never any privacy at all. And I knew After Dark was on. Ours was the last season of After Dark.
Yeah, I remember.
And the other people in the house didn't act like they even cared or really knew about it. because there's lots of times where they would deliver to us sugar cookies that we were supposed to decorate, or a giant beer pong for the backyard or something. And there would be people, remember Mickey and Holly saying, we'll just do it later. We don't really want to play the game now. It's like, nah, guys, they gave it to us because After Dark is on. That's why they want us to play the game right now. Nah, we're not going to do it. Sure enough, we'd go to bed the next morning, all of that's gone. And they were all shocked and surprised they didn't get to keep it. Well, no, because of After Dark. You just didn't understand how it worked. So yeah, I miss the After Dark as well, where you just got to see those couple hours every night, every time. All right, Jake the Horror Movie Geek's got a question a little different for you, Ma. Ma, do you like scary movies? And if so, do you have a favorite?
I don't watch too many movies in general, but I did watch The Ring and The Halloween a couple years ago. I should watch The Shining. I should have like a big movie party. Just invite a bunch of people.
That would be
watch
fun.
A scary movie, yeah.
The Shining is scary. Stanley Kubrick and all. The book incredibly scary. Movie pretty scary too. But The Ring, The Ring got my attention when I watched that. That scared me to death. I also watch. Sharon and I watch Paranormal Effect. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
That's kind of scary because they treat it a little bit more like a reality documentary type thing and all. And that was kind of scary. I saw an ad, just a segue. Just Jake would be asking about horror movies. I watched a advertisement for American Horror Story, and I've only seen 1 or 2 seasons of that. I saw a season I haven't seen with a creepy nun walking around. Creeped me out watching in the middle of the afternoon. Now I think I'm going to have to watch some American Horror Story. So there you go. All right, I got a completely off the wall question for you, Mom. No. It may have there's a connection here. A second. Do you do Renaissance festivals? Do you ever go to the Renaissance fairs or anything like that?
I've never even seen a Renaissance festival.
All right, well then have I
nearby.
We've got one down here, the Texas Renaissance Festival. I didn't realize this until just a couple of days ago that it's the largest one in the nation, and it's huge. And people dress up in all their college. Not everyone, but all the employees all dress up like it's 1500s and all. And they have different theme weekends. Some weekends it's barbarian and Vikings. Others it's Scotland and everyone's in kilts and everything. But it's kind of weird. But they have a pirate weekend and all. Everyone there only talks to you in the language of the old England and all of that. And they serve ale and have all these nothing's motorized. And it's just kind of a cool way to go and hang out. But the reason I asked that is because for those of you who haven't had a chance to see it or who don't know about it, and a lot haven't, there's a show that came out on HBO. I think it's on Max too, which is, I guess, like the HBO other program or whatever. But it's called Ren Fair. And it's a season show, but it's just 3 episodes apparently. It's all about a Renaissance festival down here in Houston. And the guy who owns it, who's about 140 years old, I think he's like 80 something. And he's decided he's going to sell this thing. And it's a little bit, I feel a little bit like Tiger King. For those of you who watch Tiger, did you watch Tiger King during the COVID year? No. Oh, you got some. I'd say you got some TV watching to do, but you got Big Brother and you got school. So I think you're doing just fine, Mom. But this Renaissance Fair it's all about the guy trying to sell it and all these different people who are trying to buy it. And they're all just very interesting people. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It kind of gave me a little heebie-jeebies vibes. But those of you who've got Max or HBO and watch it, give me some thoughts for next week. We'll talk about it a little bit more. Because they just came out with the 2nd episode of the 3. So by next Monday, I think all 3 will be out there. So there you go. I didn't know, Ma. Being as creative as you are with the music and all of that, sometimes you get the same kind of folks out there with the Renaissance Festival playing the old, similar instruments, but the medieval style of it, the lyre and things like that.
I'll be watching House of the Dragon.
Is that the new game? That's the new Game of Thrones ones?
Yeah, it is.
I need to get caught up. I read all the books until I read out of books to read and then watch the series, but I haven't watched the prequel or sequels or whatever. So put it on the list. All right, let's see. What do we have on here? Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. I've got let me I'm trying to read these. Chickadee Kenny is saying, all right, Ma, can you give us a sample of your flute playing here? Flute. Well, then now that would be interesting. It's playing the flute, but do you have a French horn just hanging around that you just
school owned? I don't have it.
Well, you're very lucky because otherwise I would have made you play it right here and there. I'm gonna call you on it. We're gonna get a clip either while you're marching out in the field or just our own private audition. But I do think we're gonna have to get you back on here and do a little musical playing for our entertainment pleasure, especially if you can play Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Let's play. Let's start a podcast.
We could do that. You play, I'll eat. It's a perfect combination.
Can we take turns?
We could take turns, but yeah, I may lose a lot of viewers when I'm trying to play anything.
No, it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, well, that's a very friendly, nice, compassionate way to put what noise you'll hear. It's more like a screeching cat is what you hear.
I'm not that good either.
All right, I don't believe that for a second, Ma. I am impressed. You play musical instruments. You're doing theater. Some people are creative, some aren't. And I own what I do well, and I acknowledge what I don't do well at all. All right, let's see.
Be an engineer.
What's that?
I could never be an engineer. Too much math.
You never know, but yeah, I get it. Everyone has to find their passion. Even if you wanted to do it, if it wasn't what you find passionate, then who wants to do that? So there you go. All right, let's see. My mom is saying, do you have brothers or sisters?
I have a little 9-year-old brother.
Oh, okay. Is he into Big Brother as well?
Not really, but
not so much.
That ain't whatever. He's into whatever you make him.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
You can make him into whatever. He'll watch along, even if he doesn't particularly care about anything. He'll just watch along.
At that age, they're busy conquering every video game out there. It seems like to me. I doubt there's many 9-year-olds I could beat in video games anymore. This new generation just learns the controllers in their hands. It's like working magic or something. So, all right. Michelle Moore is saying, "Oh, can you sing Happy Birthday to Ma?" Oh yeah. See, I thought they were going to get you to do something creative, and now, yeah, I'd love to sing Happy Birthday to Ma. So let me just start with Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ma. Happy birthday to you. Feliz cumpleaños a tu. Feliz cumpleaños a tu. Feliz cumpleaños a Ma. Feliz cumpleaños a tu. And many more.
That was great.
See, and if I'd done it on Cameo, I would charge $400 or $500. Yeah, right. Like he was gonna pay that for my happy birthday. But
I can hear my mom cheering in the other room. Can you hear that? Can you hear my mom's loud cheering?
I can, and I am privileged and honored and incredibly happy to be able to wish you a happy birthday, Ma.
Thank you.
I'm glad you got. First of all, I'm glad that we get to celebrate your birthday. It's your birthday, and you're out here on Cliff Notes Live. That kind of impresses me as well, because I know you got places to go, people to see, and all kinds of celebration going on. So,
yeah, not really.
It makes me feel
all day watching Adult Swim.
That could be more fun than Cliff Notes Live occasionally too. So I feel privileged that you're spending an hour with me out here, Ma. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what we've got. A few more questions. Well, first of all, I've been sitting here talking. Is there anything that you've been sitting there saying, God, if I ever get on that show and talk to Cliff, I just gotta get some stuff off my chest? Is there anything that you just have been wanting to say or talk about or gripe about or say good or whatever, anything else?
Not really. But
all right, you're just going.
I'm into that podcast idea now.
Yeah, there's a lot of podcast out there and ideas and everything else. I'll be doing the recap again this summer, and then after that, who knows? I've talked about trying to do different podcasts and all that because I think there's some fun things you could do. It's just between work and reality TV and everything else, there's only so many hours in the day, but I guarantee you, set a podcast, Ma. I will be one of your first subscribers out there, and I'll be watching every episode.
My parents seem to be very thrilled with the idea.
Brent, what's the worst that's going to happen? Nothing. I mean, it's a no lose proposition. Go out there and have fun doing it.
Oh,
All right,
to
let's
me,
see.
a lot of bad things could happen.
What's that?
A lot of bad things can happen when I'm in control.
Yeah, it just makes life that much more exciting. All right, Retta Grabiton is saying, Ma, make sure.
Whoa. Say my name again?
Rita Grabiton.
Hey! That's my aunt.
Oh, you got a whole family event out here. Says, Ma, make sure I know if you play the French horn on here. I'd love to hear that. As would all of Cliff Notes Live. We're going to have to we may have an episode dedicated strictly to Ma plays the best and greatest of modern American pop music. Maybe you play half the songs or songs that you particularly enjoy, and the other half will be us hollering out requests, and you'll just have to make do with the best you can do playing a song that you've never played before.
Oh, Lord, that's going to be awful.
Oh, I think we could have a lot of fun with that, Ma. I think we could have a lot of fun. All right, let's see what else. I think that's about it. 7:57. Time goes so fast. I knew it would, Ma.
Wait, I got to answer Ed's question.
Go for it.
She go. The answer is she go.
She go. Oh, from way back. All right.
No, from Kim Possible.
Oh, I know the name of the show. I didn't know the characters within. So, okay. Well, that makes me feel better that she go from Kim Possible. There you go, Ed. I would have guessed that myself, knowing Ma as well as I do. She go. It just made perfect sense. So, there you go. Ma, thank you. I appreciate you being out here. Probably the last guest I'm going to have out here before Big Brother. So you're wrapping it up for us. Now we'll get into Big Brother season. And then afterwards, maybe even during, if it's not the best season, we're going to get you doing a little French horn. And yeah, we're going to make you a star. You're going to play French horn out here. The next thing you know, someone on Survivor or Big Brother is going to be reaching out and saying, yeah, we know you don't want to do it, but how can we not ask? And before you know it, your theater degree, your music degree.
It's going to land me on some reality television embarrassing myself. At least it's not like maybe 25 with the stinko-meter. Whatever you went in there would be like, you scored a 10.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing, wasn't it? Thank God during our season, Kat Dunn brought in poopery to keep in the bathroom. We were very grateful for that. But yeah, they do find a way to embarrass you on that show, don't they?
Yeah, but not my forte.
You get on that show and we will still be here watching and cheering you on and supporting you through every embarrassing thing that they make you do, because that's what we do out here on Cliff Notes Live. So, Ma, thank you so much. Let me finish it off by just saying again, happy birthday. I am so glad that you spent a little time celebrating with us, and sounds like you got a lot of family to celebrate when you get done here. So enjoy every bit of it. And thank you. Thank you for being a moderator. Thank you for all the support you give in the show. And thank you for spending an hour of your birthday time with us. And with that, I'll just say SKD143. Love my wife. Love my kids. Love reality TV. Love fans like Ma out here. You're so special, Ma. I consider you a friend. We will continue to talk throughout the summer, obviously. Ma, I'll leave it to you if you got one final comment.
Patrick, you want to come in here? Are you out there? I see you. Patrick, get in here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
Hi.
How are you?
This is the first time I've been on a television screen.
Good. I'm glad that you did it for our show. I'm sure it's not going to be the last time. So get used to being in front of a TV screen.
Yes, this is the best day ever.
Woo,
this is the best.
We're gonna have to do another show and get you on. I can tell you are fired up and ready to go.
His birthday lands on a Monday this year.
Okay. Well, let me know, and we'll send a birthday greeting to Patrick as well.
I even have school on my birthday.
You don't have school. It's Thanksgiving week. I don't think, anyways.
So yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
I think
All right. Well,
Monday and Tuesday before you
Ma,
go.
thank you so much, Ma. I appreciate it. Go celebrate your birthday. Sounds like your brother's ready to celebrate it as well.
Yes, it is.
He's ready for some ice cream cake.
And
He may have already had enough sugar, it sounds like. No,
Hi, Mother.
I'm glad we got to meet Patrick. All right, Ma, have a great one. Happy birthday to you, my friend. And we will talk again soon. But until then, SKD 143. Cheers, my friends. Cheers, Ma. Happy birthday to you. All right, let me see if I can close that. Thank y'all guys so much. I appreciate it. Bye. All right, Ma. We're off. Thank you. Oh,
Woo!
we're off. We're still there.
That
So
was
there
crazy.
you go, guys. We'll try it again. SKD 143 again. See y'all later, guys.